manufactured homes on Wetumpka Highway. Buckle up, folks. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. All your tire needs Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Good morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. Montgomery native and civil rights attorney Fred Gray received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, one of the highest civilian awards in the United States. Gray was recognized for his work helping civil rights leaders from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks to John Lewis, along with his work in desegregating schools. WNBA star Brittany Griner pleaded guilty to drug charges in Moscow, but says she had no intention of committing a crime. Griner has been detained in Russia since February on charges of bringing cannabis oil into the country. She could face 10 years in prison. And after years of preparations, the World Games are officially underway in Birmingham. It's the first time the World Games will be back in the United States in nearly 30 years. With 2,900 athletes from around the world who will be competing. Tickets are still available for most events. We're told more than 350,000 tickets have been sold for World Games events. And that's the news for this Friday morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the newsroom.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. The price can vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear, I will be.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It's another day that the Lord has made. It's another day that you're on top of the ground and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 WLWI. It is time for our daily bread. a perspective from on high, a word from on high that will change your perspective. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is July the 8th. Today's Daily Bread is simply entitled Food That Says, I Love You. The scriptural insight today comes from Luke 22:14 through 20. Luke 22:19 says, he took the bread, gave thanks, and broke it, and gave it to them. Govern yourselves accordingly. Again, it is July the 8th, 2022 AD. It is a day that has never been like all the days of old. It's a day that shall never, ever come again. Once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. Nope, 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 nope. You don't get it back. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and do or undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done on this day. And if you have lived a while, like I tell you every morning, I don't care who likes it or not, if I tell you every morning, if you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And bear in mind that if we are blessed and given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in and a lot of grace, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, try to reach back and give somebody else a hand along the way. For as long as you can, while you can, until you can. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful, or you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, rest if you can, give out if you must, but you never quit. Because quitters don't win. And while winners may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you never, ever give up. Good morning, Montgomery. Food that says, I love you. That's our daily bread for this day, July the 8th, 2022.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Elisa Morgan, and I titled our reading, Food That Says, I Love You. I attended a family birthday gathering where the hostess wove the theme of favorite things into the decor, the gifts, and best of all, the food. Because the birthday girl loved steak and salad and white chocolate raspberry bundt cake, the hostess grilled steak and spun spinach and ordered that favorite cake. Favorite foods say, I love you. The Bible contains many references to banquets, feasts, and festivals, pairing the physical act of eating with celebrations of God's faithfulness. Feasting was part of the sacrificial system of worship practiced by the Israelites with Passover, the Festival of Weeks, and new moon feasts held every month. And in Psalm 23:5, God prepares a table with an abundant meal, and cups overflow with mercy and love. Perhaps the most lavish pairing of food and wine ever expressed was when Jesus broke a piece of bread and took a cup of wine, illustrating the gift of his death on a cross for our salvation. He then challenged us to do this in remembrance of me in Luke chapter 22, verse 19. As you partake of food today, take a moment to consider the God who made both mouth and stomach and offers food to you as a language of his love and celebration of his faithfulness. Ours is a God who feasts with the faithful, pairing his perfect provision with our great need, saying, I love you. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Luke chapter 22, verses 14 through 20. When the hour came, Jesus and his apostles reclined at the table, and he said to them, I have eagerly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer, for I tell you, I will not eat it again until it finds fulfillment in the kingdom of God. After taking the cup, he gave thanks and said, Take this and divide it among you, for I tell you, I will not drink again from the fruit of the vine until the kingdom of God comes. And he took bread, gave thanks and broke it, and gave it to them, saying, This is my body given for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same way, after the supper, he took the cup, saying, This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. Let's pray. Thank you, God, for all that you faithfully provide, including our daily bread and our very salvation. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Thanks for listening today. My name is Elisa Morgan, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All right, time to get up. Time to go to work. Come on now. Airborne. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. Every day. We run to the sun. No sweat. No. Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans. The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. Bread was molded and the meat was bad. You know darn well that you can't eat that. Know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne all the way. Young, always wanted to be in the second airborne, needs in the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way airborne, all the way driving on. All the way airborne, all the way driving on. Early one morning in the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light. Oh, all the way airborne, all the way driving on. All the way airborne, all the way driving on. Here we go. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. Now, it's Friday. No PT on Fridays. You know, we don't want to carry this too far. But now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America. Being the only veteran in the city in Montgomery that's on the radio, talk radio, I have an obligation. Okay? And certainly, probably the only paratrooper in the state on the radio. That's okay. I accept that responsibility. All right? I do. I really accept that. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Now we pay homage to our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and don't forget Sanitation Department, Montgomery, Alabama, who's up working way before I am. The Police Department, Sheriff Department, ALEA, Alabama National Guard, my good buddies out there. Good morning, First Sergeant Leonard. Ahura. Not Ura, that's a Marine. I'm sorry about that. And also, good morning to ambulance drivers and who else? Fire rescue. In other words, all the people. And Montgomery Police, I said Montgomery Police. Dale Everett. Good morning, sir. Like I always say, to all the people who go in when everybody else is running the other way. The United States Navy, whose motto is anchors away. I don't exactly know what that means, but it probably means anchors away. The United States Marine Corps, whose motto is Semper Fidelis. But they changed it because too long for the Marines to pronounce. So we went to Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fi or Semper Fidelis, it means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads. I should have been a Marine. But my alma mater is United States Army. The Marine says ain't ready to be a Marine yet. Well, I don't know about all that, but okay. It is the home of such storied organizations as the 82nd Airborne, the 9th ID, the 8th ID, the 1st ID, the 3rd ID, the 2nd and the 75th Airborne, which I am a proud alumnus of. Okay, I just got to put that out there once in a while. Okay. I know we got some jealous folks out there. I know we do. They're jealous and all that stuff. I ain't mad at them. They want to be like me. As a matter of fact, probably if you can listen close enough, you can hear somebody going around right now at Fort Benning, Georgia, which is like 90 miles away. So you can probably hear somebody saying, "I want to be just like Elkins." Okay, you can hear right now. Wait, what's that I hear? Okay, I hear it. I want to be like Kevin Elkins, Airborne. Okay, I got that. Okay, yeah, I'm listening to it. All right. See, there's people on military bases right now calling cadence. And the first thing they say, I want to be like Kevin Elkins. Okay, hey, I feel it. I feel you. I do. I feel them, okay? One of these days, I'm at to go down to Fort Benning and run PT with him one morning. Okay, man. Okay, maybe I don't want to be that bold, but I think I could. I mean, I had to run slow. I had to run a little slower than I used to. But I will tell you guys this. Now, you may not believe me. All those years running up and down hills in Tacoma, Washington, Fort Lewis, Fort Bragg, and a few other places in the world, all of those years, even though I was in some dire pain at times, my knees hurt, my back hurt, my head hurt, my stomach hurt, but I didn't quit. Not one time did I ever fall out of a race. Not one time. Now, because why? First of all, I didn't want to do KP, and secondarily, I don't want to be the laughing stock. Okay, I didn't mind coming in next to last, but I certainly never gave up, never quit. And I'll tell you what, you run, and for like you wimp soldiers of the day, some of you whimpers, you get to wear tennis shoes and you get to wear nice PT suits, especially the Air Force. I mean, sometimes they just make me want to throw up. They get to wear these nice little PT uniforms and stuff. No. I'm old school, baby. I'm old school. We ran in Cochrane boots, okay? That's how we did it, because we was tough. Now y'all running, and they carry water packs on their back nowadays. Oh, kid me, great. I mean, what that? I go out on Gunner sometimes, and Maxwell, they got water packs. They walk around with water packs on the face. Look here, I say, find some water on the ground, suck it up, and drive on. That's all I'm saying. Water pack, man. Tell you what. Okay, one of these days we're gonna rig out. We can't beat a war. We can't win a war with drones. All right, I'm just trying to tell you. Anyway, let me take a break, and we'll be back with the lessons of life and my morning, whatever that thing is I do in the morning, lessons of life, and the word of the day. And the word of the day is an interesting one. Okay, it really is. It's an interesting one. So I shall return uno momento. Okay, so y'all just hang loose. Okay, hang loose, and I'll be back right after the commercial message. And don't forget, our show has been brought to you today by JL Lane Truck and Auto, jllanetruckandauto.com at 208 Gun Road. You're looking for an automobile? Or they got online inventory. Go to the website, jllanetruckandauto.com. Right now, we ain't doing that. You got that up. Go there and look at it. I'm still trying to sell that Lexus. Come on, somebody get that Lexus. Okay, because I'm trying to see if I'm trying to convince them that I got what it takes. Okay, so give them a call. Okay, give them a call, 272-4313. Now, if you're worried about your credit, don't worry about it. You buy there, you pay there. You don't have to worry about it, okay? And all of these cars, I'm telling you the truth, all of these cars have undergone a rigorous inspection process. And if you're ready to ride, you're giving up those heels and get yourself some wheels. I can't think of a better place than JL Lane Truck and Auto. Good folks down there. They check the cars out. You don't have to worry about turning the car around, coming back to the lot 2 days later. Great people to do business with. And I'm telling you, I'm putting my reputation on the line because they're good folks. Okay, they're good folks. So, and oh yeah, another thing. That credit thing, don't worry about it too much. I mean, you sit down, you talk to Mr. Lane, you talk to Steve, tell them what the situation is, have little shekels in your pocket. Now, you can, we ain't in the free business, but they'll help you out all they can, get you in a ride. Okay, and they got some nice cars there right now, too. I really like that Lincoln Continental. There's nothing like a Lincoln. There's nothing like a Lincoln. Remember back in the day, okay, I'll tell you about the Lincoln when I come back. Okay, that's JL Lane Truck and Auto. That's right. That's the website, jllanetruckandauto.com. And don't forget, you can buy there. You can pay there. You don't have to worry about those credit people. I'm just saying, talk to them, man. You need some wheels. You're tired of them heels and the bus, okay? Well, great bus system in Montgomery, Alabama. Let's just face it, it don't go everywhere you need it to go, okay? You need to ride, okay? We'll be back.
With brutality, talk to me so you can see. Oh, what's going on? What's going on?
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Dell Technologies. Dell's Black Friday and July sale is here with up to 45% off top-rated laptops and desktops for business with Intel Core processors. Plus, save on monitors and accessories, all with free shipping. Special financing available with Dell Business Credit. Upgrade today by calling 877-ASK-DELL.
More heat and humidity, but do we finally see a better chance of showers and storms? The past couple of afternoons have been dry, and I do think we have scattered activity as we head into the peak heating hours of our Friday afternoon. Every single town will feel that heat and humidity with those mid and upper 90s anticipated, and will feel like triple digits thanks to all that muggy air. Slightly better rain chances could be here for the weekend, but not a washout for those outdoor plans. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents are being reported. We're checking with the surrounding counties. They're calling it clear. You keep listening, and we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Summer's in full swing at Festival Plaza. Stop by World Finance, River Region Ballet, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, a JLL managed development. Buckle up, folks. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old ball tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
The Valorant esports restructure is now underway as teams are beginning to send in their partnership applications to Riot Games. Similar to Counter-Strike, approved teams will have a guaranteed spot in the franchised esport league until it's lost. This system provides a more clear structure as far as organization and expectations, solidifying the entire Valorant scene on the ground level to make the esport more sustainable for years to come.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at xm4xp.com.
Over to you in a second. Can you see if we have more acid wash?
Desmona's thrift store is the spot for killer vintage finds.
Oh, get my coffee ready.
But her sales clerk situation feels pretty threadbare.
Oh, yeah, let me hear at that fitting room.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Earn up to $500 in sponsored job credits by conducting interviews on Indeed. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath, and Target. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating, and stop smoking. This hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. The weight loss seminar is Wednesday, July 27th at Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop Smoking Seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30 p.m.
The City of Montgomery Department of Cultural Affairs is calling all creative minds. The department exists to engage, enlighten, and elevate a diverse, inclusive cultural arts community. They're committed to strengthening and showcasing organizational and individual cultural endeavors in our hometown. To advance this cause, they're seeking individual artists, artisans, advocacy groups, schools, and avid patrons of the arts. If this is you, visit MontgomeryAL.gov and click on the Cultural Affairs page to register to be part of Montgomery's creative community.
Hey folks, this is Coach North
Happy
inviting you to shop
celebration.
for the July sale going on now at American Aiken Mall. We will be closed July 4th and 5th to spend time with our families. But you can celebrate your independence from high prices with up to 60 months interest-free financing. We've marked everything down: living room, dining room, bedroom, home office, entertainment consoles, and outdoor furniture. Plus, get up to 60 months interest-free financing. Hurry, you don't want to miss this.
Like we've been saying for over 25 years. You don't go fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
Hey folks, this is Coco.
And Captain from the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Oak Moore.
We have some great news. We're building a new warehouse.
Yes, but the bad news is we have over $1 million worth of inventory that we have to move. That's over 4,000 pieces.
So, Captain, what are you going to do?
We're going to have a huge warehouse sale. I would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
For the first time ever, we will be giving an additional discount on over 4,000 items in the Rustic Outlet.
Don't let it pass you by.
Come save big and help us get it gone.
Hey folks, this is Tammy Burkhalter at Prattville Farm Center, and did you know there's all kind of dogs that we can feed? Like sleeping dog, hot dog, creek dog, swimming dog, hunting dog, shaggy dog, lap dog, window dog, riding dog, hiding dogs, puppy dog, standing dog, hat dog, cozy dog, panda dog, even a dancing dog, man.
Yeah, gotta call you back.
54 South Memorial Drive in Prattville, and we can even feature kitty cat too.
Yep.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, here we go.
Maybe then you'll still be mine.
Okay then. Good morning. All right, you know what time it is? It is time for my audio thing this morning. Audio thing this morning, and I said, why can't I hear out of these headphones this morning? What's up with this? Okay, let me see. Okay, all right, there we go. I don't know what's up. Oh, there we go, right there. That's what it was. Okay, I'm just trying to figure this out. Anyway, good morning to you. You know, this is my favorite piece of all the pieces that I play. Well, one of my favorites of all the pieces that I play. But the name of this is it is a great day to be alive. And it is, if you listen to it carefully, there are some lessons in this story that will stay with you forever if you pay attention closely. Okay, so here we go. It's a great day to be alive.
My face, and that's what would wake me up. But I would lay there and I would pretend like I was still asleep because me and 415 really didn't get along.
I understand.
But Grandma would look at the back of my head. I could feel her staring at me, and then finally she would say, "Now, sugar, Grandmama know you ain't asleep. You just supposed to go on and get on up and get ready for school." And my grandmother was known for saying things that would kind of make you a little angry because they made so much sense and you couldn't argue with her. Parents, you know, there's things that when you become parents, you start to say to your own kids. Like my grandmother would say, "Now, son, you knew when you laid down there last night that you had to get up this morning. I don't know why every single morning you lay there and act surprised. You ought to be thankful that the Lord saw fit to wake you up this in your right mind." But what my grandmother was encouraging me to do was simply to be grateful for the opportunity. In spite of all that I had been through in my life, she just wanted to make sure that I understood the opportunity that I've been given. My life got started, it was a little rough start. I was born 2 months premature. My mother was walking up a flight of stairs, and she didn't know this at the time, but a woman she had an argument with earlier was standing above her holding a pot of boiling water. As my mom made her way up those stairs, that woman dumped that water onto my mom and sent her tumbling down the stairs into premature labor. She received third-degree burns to over 25% of her body. And when we were finally allowed to leave the hospital, as you can imagine, my mom was in a great deal of pain. Those burns just barely missed her face and covered most of the front of her body. So when we got home, she began taking a heavy sedative, pain medication to help her recover. When she took that medication, it was very difficult for her to watch me, so I would bounce around a lot. I'd stay with my mom for a little bit, and then I'd go stay with Grandma, and I'd stay with some neighbors, aunties, and then back to my mother's house. I did that for the first 3 years of my life. I was 3 years old, I was back at my mom's house, and I got into her purse, I found that medication, I swallowed everything in the bottle. When they found me, they rushed me to the hospital, and my heart would stop, and eventually I went into a coma. But because of that accident, because of that incident, the state of California, they did an investigation. And the conclusion that they came to was that it wasn't an accident. They removed me from my mother's home, made a ward of the state, and eventually I went into the foster care system. Shortly after I arrived to one of my foster homes, my foster mom, her name was Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander began locking me inside the closet with a light. She'd open the closet door, and she'd hit me with a stick or a strap or whatever she had. It was while I was in that foster home that I was sexually abused for the first time in my life. Oftentimes people will ask, you know, if that has to be the worst thing that could happen to someone. I have scars on my body that you can't see. I have a burn here in my hand that she put there with an iron. But all of that pain went away. The worst thing that Mrs. Alexander would do is she would open the closet door, she would stand over me, and she would say, "You're stupid, and you ain't gonna never amount to nothing." And that hurt me more than any of the physical kicks or the physical pain because I believed it for a long time. I believed that I would never amount to anything, just like she said. I didn't know this at the time. I found out a little bit later, but my grandmother, my hero, she had started going back and forth to court, trying to prove that she could take care of an active, handsome little boy. And eventually, the state of California, they granted her full custody of me. And I'll never forget standing on Miss Alexander's front porch waiting. She had my little belongings, everything that I had. I remember standing there, and it may have only been a half an hour, but it felt like an eternity. And I can remember thinking maybe no one's coming. But after a while, at the end of the block, I see the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life. And the car pulls up right in front of the porch. And I remember all I can see are these two big glasses, bifocals. I found out later that Grandma had glaucoma. She wasn't supposed to be driving. But she gets out of that big car and she's got on this white floppy hat with this, it was a flower right there in the middle. And I remember she had on this long white dress that came all the way down to her ankles. And I found out later that, that was Grandma's Sunday best. It was an outfit that she only reserved for special occasions. And I can remember for once in my life feeling like I was some special occasion. But I remember jumping into Grandma's arms and squeezing her. And I remember her whispering and saying to me, everything's okay. We're family. And everything was okay, just like Grandmother said. And I had a lot to look forward to. I found out that my mom was going to court trying to prove that she could take care of me. And I can remember sitting there with my mother, and we talk, and we had a lot of different conversations. One thing I can remember saying, Mama, one day when I get big, I'm gonna buy you a nice house with a fireplace. I said, Mama, one day I'm gonna buy you a nice car. Not like Grandma, to get you a nice one. But the truth is, I just really wanted to become a family again, and that's what I look forward to. When I was 12 years old, I was asleep on my grandmother's floor. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We get a knock on the door. It was my mom's roommate. Miss Howell, come quick. Miss Howell was my grandma. She said, come quick, it's Ruth. Ruth was my mom. She said, I can't wake her up. I think she's dead. And I can remember laying on that floor, kind of wishing it was, hoping that it was maybe a dream. But it wasn't. And that's how I found out that all the hopes and dreams and things that I had to look forward to weren't going to happen. I became very angry. I became confused. I was hurt. I didn't really understand what was happening. I started acting out, hanging out with wrong people, breaking into houses, started stealing cars. I remember not really caring what happened to me. I continued that behavior until I was 19. When I was 19, I was starting myself standing in front of a judge. I was handcuffed, had a chain around my waist, and my handcuffs were attached to that chain. The judge looked at me and said, the state of California sentences you to 15 years in prison for armed robbery and assault. That day, when that door closed behind me for the first time as a convicted felon, I remember standing in that empty cell. I remember my knees started to get weak and they started to shake uncontrollably. I collapsed and I fell to the floor. I just started crying alone. I remember hearing voices. I heard the voice of my foster mom saying, you're stupid, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing. I heard the voice of family members and friends of family that said that boy's gonna end up just like his father. My father was a career criminal, he died in prison. I can remember laying there thinking to myself that this is where I'm gonna die. But here's what happened that would change my life. Shortly after I arrived to that prison, there was an educator there. His name was Charles Lyles, 6'3", ex-Marine. And I don't know what it was about me, but every time he saw me, he'd say, hey, Mr. Humphrey. He had this big smile on his face, a smile that my kids would say, that's creepy. But he smiled and he said, hey, Mr. Humphrey, how you doing? He always called me Mr. Humphrey. He gave me that respect. He walked into my cell. He looked at me. He said, Mr. Humphrey, he says, prison doesn't have to be your life. He says, you can get out of here and you can do great things. He started to walk away, and before he walked out of my cell, he turned around one last time and he says, Mr. Humphrey. I said, yes, sir. He says, I believe in you. He walked out of my cell. And if he had continued to stand there, he would have seen the tears running down my face because no one had ever said that to me. But I remember thinking to myself, I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to change my life. And a little over 4 years after the day I originally collapsed and fell to the floor, I walked out of that prison on the road. That was over 18 years ago. I've never been back other than to mentor and help other people. But here's what I know. I know that when you've had a rough life, when you feel unwanted, I know that when you have hopes and dreams and when you have things that you can look forward to, and when you have people in place that support you and push you, I know that that gives you a reason to live. It is a great day to be alive. And that's something that I haven't always said, but now it's something that I say to myself every single day at some point. If I'm having a great day or a bad day, that's something that I say. But what I also understand is that what my grandmother was thanking her higher power for each and every day was for the opportunity that she'd been given. And she never missed an opportunity to tell anyone that would listen, especially me, it's a great day to be alive.
great day to be alive. It is a great day to be alive. Anyway, good morning to you. It is 6:50 in the morning. I love that story. You know, I love that story. I never get tired of hearing that. It motivates you. It lets you know sometimes what things look like like he told him. You know, prison doesn't have to be your life. I think sometimes we give people too much time in prison. I mean, some people belong there, I guess, but I don't know. There's got to be a better way sometimes than to do that. Anyway, good morning to you. I know I don't want to be cell phone crying. Don't get me wrong, but you know, maybe we need to see the dynamics of people's lives. Sometimes we should take that into consideration. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm not part of that system. I almost was though. I almost was. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well, find you doing all right, and find life feeling good. Again, you're above the ground rather than the ground being above you this morning. So you automatically have a reason to be ever, ever, ever so thankful for still being here. Word of the day. Now, the word of the day, now this is an attempt to make you a wordsmith kind of like me. Okay, it makes you, your vocabulary is going to be so extensive by the time I get done with you until you'll be able to walk into, I don't care if they go to Morehouse, Vanderbilt, Yale, Harvard, you are going to sound just as good as they do. Okay, and you'll be able to confuse them easily. Okay, because some of them just think they're smart. Okay, you're going to be confused easily. Anyway, what is the word of the day? The word of the day is a word for an enemy or an opponent. Anybody know what that word is? The word is, it is a word that describes an enemy or an opponent. Okay, I'll give. Okay, nobody got it. All right, not a problem. All right, it's a word for an enemy or an opponent. The word is adversary. Okay, so like if you're in school, you say, Mr. Johnson, you know, I don't want to be adversarial here, but I think you're full of crap on this one. Okay, I mean, H2O still means water. Okay, so we don't need an adversarial relationship here because, you know, you're the teacher, I'm the student, I'm learning for you. Okay, and then he'll be confused. He'll be confused. So don't even worry about it. Okay, but the word for today is adversary. It is a word for an enemy or an opponent. Now, the lessons of life today, this is one that we should learn real young, but we don't because growing up is tough, but it is something that has to be done. Nobody is born grown. So it's a learning process, okay? So now this is one of those things that you learn along the way because, okay, it's one of those things you learn along the way. And you got to put some time in life before you figure this one out. No matter, and you know people like this, no matter how high you rise, no matter who you think you are, no matter what pedestal that you're on or that pedestal that you think you're on, no matter how high you rise, coming down is inevitable. It is inevitable. No matter how high you go, you know, it is inevitable that you will come down. Okay, but here's the thing that you must understand. Take note of how you rise, because the trip down is a lot faster than the way up. So always remember that. No matter where you are in life, there are people who have reached the highest goals, the highest places in their profession, in their personal life, and they have found themselves back on the ground with nobody to help because you treated people like crap coming up. Be careful of how you rise because the trip down is a lot faster than it was going up. And you can take my word for that. It is July the 8th. It is the 189th day of the year. There are 176 days left. On July the 8th, 1947, a New Mexico newspaper, the Roswell Daily Record, quoted officials at Roswell Army Airfield as saying they had recovered a flying saucer. Hey, I believe in flying saucers. I don't know if you want to call them flying saucers, But in the Bible, it don't say nothing about we the only thing here. It says God made the heavens and the earth. Hey, right now we on earth. Okay. They crashed into a ranch. Officials said it was actually a weather balloon. That's what they always say. They always say weather. It could have lights on it and engines and everything like that. And they'll say, oh, that was a weather balloon. Yeah, I got you. I got your weather balloon right here. 1776, Colonel John Nixon gave the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence outside the State House, now Independence Hall in Philadelphia. 1853, an expedition led by Commodore Matthew Perry arrived in Yedo Bay, Japan, on a mission to seek diplomatic and trade relations with the Japanese. In 1889, the Wall Street Journal was first published. I know you probably don't care, but I thought I'd tell you anyway. In 1911, cowgirl Two Gun Nan Aspinwall became the first woman to make a solo trip by horse across the United States, arriving at New York 10 months later after departing San Francisco. I wonder if they should just use one horse. I mean, that's a hell of a lot of riding for one horse. I mean, that's at least almost 3,000 miles. I hope she gave the horse some water and stuff like that. Anyway, 1950, President Harry S. Truman, who I think was probably one of the best presidents we've ever had. And he remained humble. Okay. Harry S. Truman named General Douglas MacArthur Commander-in-Chief of the United States forces in Korea. Truman ended up in sacking MacArthur for insubordination 9 months later. And MacArthur wanted to go after the Chinese. Woo! 1972, the Nixon administration announced a deal to sell 750 million in grain to the Soviet Union. However, the Soviets were engaged in secretly buying subsidized American grain, resulting in what critics call the Great Grain Robbery. Yeah, you get, okay, I got that. 1975, President Gerald R. Ford announced he would seek a second term. 1989, Carlos Saúl Menem was inaugurated as president of Argentina in the country's first transfer of power from a democratically elected civilian leader to another in 6 decades. 1994, Kim Il-sung, North Korea's communist leader since 1948, died at the age of 82. In the year 2000, Venus Williams beat Lindsay Davenport 6-3, 7-6 for her first Grand Slam title, becoming the first Black female champion at Wimbledon since Althea Gibson did it in 1957 and 58. All right then. Well, just some of the things that we got to tell you today. You know, I got to go now because time is a wasting. Okay, so we'll be back. You know, uno momento, just to make sure that you know, we get it together. And you know, I thought about this great horse controversy. Well, leave it to me to do my investigation, and now I know the real deal. Okay, I'll let you know about that too when we come back. I'm just saying I'll tell you about what's actually happening. Oh yeah, you know, you can depend on me. We'll be back. Oh yeah, the great horse fiasco in Montgomery, Alabama. Oh, you're gonna love this.
1440.
Good morning, I'm Bethany Davis, the WSFA 12 newsroom. Montgomery native and civil rights attorney Fred Gray received the presidential
The whole town left
Gray was recognized for helping civil rights leaders WNBA star Brittany Griner pleaded guilty to drug charges in Moscow because she had no intention of committing a crime. Griner has been detained in Russia since February on charges of bringing cannabis oil into the country. She could face 10 years in prison. And after years of preparations, the World Games are officially underway in Birmingham. This marks the first time the World Games will be back in the United States in more than 40 years. More than 3,900 athletes from around the world will be competing. Tickets are still available for most events. We're told more than 350,000 tickets have been sold. And that's the news for Friday morning. I'm Bethany Davis, the newsroom.
WLWI-AM is News Radio 1440. Also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery.
This
is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Linda Kenyon in Washington. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has been assassinated while delivering a campaign speech. CBS News senior foreign correspondent Elizabeth Palmer has more from Tokyo.
Shinzo Abe was mid-speech when suddenly 2 shots rang out. His security tackled the gunman immediately, but it was too late. The former prime minister lay on the ground, bleeding with a chest wound. Police say the suspect is a 41-year-old local man, Tetsuya Yamagami, who formerly served in Japan's armed forces. Local media report his weapon appeared to be a homemade gun.
Shinzo Abe was 67. In 2018, there were only 9 reported deaths from firearms in the entire country of Japan. President Biden this morning will deliver a new response to the recent Supreme Court ruling allowing states to outlaw abortion. CBS's Christina Ruffini is at the White House.
The president is expected to announce that he's going to direct HHS to protect access to medication abortion and take steps to ensure emergency medical care for pregnant women and those experiencing pregnancy loss. The order will direct agencies to educate medical providers and insurers about how and when they are required to share privileged patient information with authorities. Information abortion rights advocates fear could be used to prosecute women who've had the procedure.
The order comes after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Former President Trump's White House counsel Pat Cipollone will testify in private today before the January 6th committee. Representative Zoe Lofgren serves on that committee.
I think it's important for the committee. I mean, Mr. Cipollone was in the room. We have testimony from others about what he said and did.
Cipollone reportedly resisted Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election. A federal judge in Minnesota has sentenced former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin to 21 years in prison for violating George Floyd's civil rights, to be served concurrently with his earlier federal sentence. Floyd's brother, Phalonis, says he still has questions for Chauvin.
I would ask him why, because I want to know why. I know he probably not even have a reason.
The Labor Department's June jobs report comes out later this hour. Bankrate.com's Mark Hamrick.
The expectation is that the June unemployment rate will remain where it's been since March at 3.6%, near a 5-decade low. Hiring is seen slowing.
A 10-year-old girl being credited with helping to save her siblings and grandmother after a fire tore through their apartment in Indiana. The girl broke a window to help her family escape from a second-story apartment. 5 children, ages 3 to 13, and the grandmother jumped to safety. This is CBS.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance yours, Rocket Mortgage can help you get there. For home loan solutions that fit your life, Rocket can.
Stress. It never seems to end when you owe money to the IRS. What about the years of unfiled tax returns? Have you tried another tax service and gotten nowhere? Then you need Tax Alliance. Why? Years of being A+ rated with a Better Business Bureau with no consumer complaints sets them apart. Call 800-987-1097. That's 800-987-1097. Don't wait until the IRS attacks your wages, bank account, your home or pension, and even your Social Security check. Tax Alliance specializes in IRS tax relief programs, including the Fresh Start Initiative, which can finally free yourself from IRS debt. Their tax professionals can file returns, fight the IRS to substantially lower your IRS debt, or possibly even have it forgiven. If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes, have unfiled tax returns, or have a payment plan and are still frustrated, call 800-987-1097. That's 800-987-1097.
Tax Alliance, your tax resolution solution.
The Las Vegas Raiders have introduced a former Nevada gambling regulator as for the franchise's new president. She's the first Black woman to hold that title with an NFL team.
Her name is Sandra Douglas Morgan, and she is a National Football League first president of the Las Vegas Raiders.
This is a dream come true. This wouldn't have been possible for someone in Las Vegas to have an opportunity to lead a professional sports organization more than 3 years ago.
Sandra Douglas Morgan has had such moments before.
I have been the first in other positions that I've held, whether it be city attorney or the gaming control board. I definitely never want to be the last. And I went to get to a point, obviously, where there is no more first.
Tom Foti, CBS News.
Dan Snyder's attorney tells the House Oversight Committee that the Washington Commanders owner is willing to testify via video conference. The committee is looking into the team's workplace culture amid numerous accusations of pervasive sexual harassment. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
When it's time to get a new vehicle, Larry Puckett Chevrolet is the best place to find your new Chevy or great used car. New cars, SUVs, and trucks are being delivered daily, and Larry Puckett has their largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in over a year. Check them out online at LarryPuckett.com or visit them on Cobbsport Road in Prattville. And if you have an extra vehicle, bring it in for an instant cash offer. Whether you're selling or trading, your vehicle will never be worth more. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where the customers do the talking.
Sorry.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I've been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I
didn't realize
for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including the PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Oh man, I have another hangnail. You shouldn't pick at your toes. Daddy says you might fall on toes. Speaking of Daddy, it's time to remind people how important it is to be a podiatrist. Yeah, Shannon, our dad is diabetic. It's important to have a foot exam by a podiatrist. Call today for an appointment at 265-7585. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Hi, I'm Dr.
There's some baby mama drama.
It is my job to identify small problems in your feet and help prevent them from becoming big problems. New government regulations allow for an annual...
Your baby mama drama. Your baby mama drama.
So call me, Dr. Brian Killian, 265-7585. 265-7585.
Can turn the breeze down.
Happy feet.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit beefy, or even with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Affordable term life insurance is out there. Call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-481-1458, 800-481-1458, or visit BigLou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too.
They say to never mess with the classics, but Panera did just that and more with our new Chef's Chicken sandwiches. By using pan-seared chicken, our secret garlic aioli recipe, Parmesan crisps, and pickle chips, all on a buttery brioche roll. Because if no one messed with the classics, you'd never have a chicken sandwich this good. New Chef's Chicken sandwiches from Panera. Only $1 delivery fee when you order on our app. Restrictions apply. For details, visit PaneraBread.com/delivery info.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and now you can hear me live every afternoon. It all starts at 2, and it's all happening right here on News Radio 1440.
And good morning. I'm feeling pretty good. It's Friday. I'm feeling pretty good. My side was killing me like for 2 weeks, but that's feeling pretty good. So I'm feeling motivated today. So y'all got to bring your A game today. Because I bring my A game every day, but I'm saying y'all got to bring your A game. Now I'm going on vacation on the 25th for the first time in 20 years since I've been. I'm just going to take a week off and rejuvenate myself. Right? I'm going to take my week off. But when I come back, if I come back, the good Lord says the same. You can't take no day for granted. If everything works out fine, we're gonna go to a new standard on talk radio. Right? We're gonna go to a new standard. Okay. I'm just saying we gotta raise the level of interaction. Okay. We gotta do that. Okay. But I'll tell you the details of that as we get closer to the week before I leave, which is after next week, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, good morning to you. All right then. Do you feel low energy, low libido? You may have low T. Low T is low testosterone. Testosterone is something that men have a lot more of than women. unless you were like born a man and now you think you're a woman. Anyway, we're gonna leave that one alone. Okay, low T. So here's what you do. Montgomery Men's Health has a special for $99. Okay, you go over there, they check your T, they check your PSA, they make sure there's no things that are prohibiting or inhibiting your manliness. Okay, because having low T affects your manliness. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you, you might want to go over there and check it. I went over there, I had it checked out, and of course, when I left there, they all wanted to be like me, but that's okay. Give them a call, 440-3663, 440-3663. Okay, $99. You remember the time when you was young? Not too long ago, nobody could top you or stop you. You were the man. Well, be that same man again. Just because you got a little older don't mean you got to slow down, okay? Go get your testosterone check. Testosterone check, okay? $99. It is the first $99 you'll ever spend in life that'll change your life for the rest of your life. So go by and see them. You got to get off the couch sooner or later. Okay? You got to get off the couch. You got to get more. You got to get back out there. Get back in the game, man. Okay? Get back in the game. So give them a call. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. And spend the $99, okay? If you really don't have the $99, if you just broke and you just don't have it, listen, I'll put $50 for one person. You got to come up with the other $50. Okay, I'm just saying. I'll help you out. Because I want you to know how I feel. I went over there and they thought my name was Adonis. Okay, but it isn't. I'm just Elk Dog. So just go over there and have this done. Yeah, what's that number again? 440-3663. 860-1440 is the number here when you just call up, talk to whatever in your mind. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Well, no, wait a minute. No, I can't treat all callers the same because all callers are not the same. It depends on how crazy what you're saying, right? But no, that's not true. Yeah, but see, because I gotta do it when you start lying on me. I gotta do it. I like people. I like people who no, I'm gonna get my word out first now. Well, let me get this. I'll give you 3 minutes. I like people who disagree, but that disagreement must be associated in some manner with logic and reason and common sense and the truth. When you start giving me a bunch of Bravo Sierra, yeah, okay, go.
Talking about race and black and white or whatever, but for 4 years, all I heard was when Trump was in office, what he did for the black. He did it for the black. Even the callers calling in, repeating what Trump said. Trump created more jobs for the black than any other president. He created more jobs than any other black. But all the black is any other president. That's all we heard for 4 years. Okay, race. What he did for the black. Putting these people at his little old rally. Putting blacks for Trump, black for this, and that. See, but when we talk about race, they don't want to talk about it. Tell me on that, Mr. Caller, that responded to me yesterday, talking about race. What about your president, Trump, that talked about black this, black that, black this? Y'all listen to that. Y'all couldn't even recognize our first black woman on the Supreme Court because y'all forgot about what Trump had said. Now you can respond, Mr. Sir.
I'm good, but listen. I'm tired of every time we have put somebody into a position and how. Again, I get tired of every time we put somebody in an office that we mention their sexuality, and the Democrats do this, or their race. Let me. Okay, wait a minute. I'm going to assume that if you have been educated like Ms. Jackson has been, you've got some experience, then why don't we just rely on that rather than color? Like this press secretary now. First thing I knew about the press secretary, yeah, she black and she gay. I don't care. I'm sick of hearing it.
Why was it okay, Calvin, that Trump didn't say that I create jobs for all Americans? He chose to specifically point out what he did for
Because black folks kept lying on that man, calling him kept calling him a racist. And the racist is the guy that's and the guy that's a racist now has proven himself publicly is the guy that's in the White House now. Okay. Well, okay. Listen, we look at this differently. That's all. We look at this differently. So all I know is he gave some people. Okay. Well, I'm a centrist. I'm not really. I don't lean too far to the right, and I don't lean too far to the left. I'm in the middle because sometimes Democrats are right. It's rare. Nobody's independent. Yeah. Well, and the opposite of that is being the party of yes, everything. Yeah. Oh, you're a guy. You want to be a girl. You want to be a girl. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. You want your son decides he's a girl, so he ought to be able to go to the girls' bathroom in public. Wait a minute, in public school. Yes. So it's the politics of yes and the politics of no. Okay, it's overboard on both of them sometimes. Like this 10-year-old girl up in Mississippi that somebody impregnated, and they won't let her have an abortion. I'm not for abortion, but no 10-year-old girl ought to be made to have a child. Yeah. And again. Well, listen, I can't blame people for wanting to exist. Yeah, I don't blame nobody for that. This is a. But wait. Well, again, that's between them. Yeah. But it gets old. It gets old. It just gets old. It just gets old. Okay. Trump didn't. Only time Trump talked about it when y'all brought it up. Yeah. Now I hope we don't have 3 more years. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, hey, it's always good talking to you. Most of the time, anyway. 860-1440. But let's talk about this. And again, this Mississippi again is showing the ignorance of leadership sometimes. A 10-year-old child who gets impregnated by somebody. I believe they said it might have been incest. And we're gonna make her. You know that a 10-year-old's body is not intended to bear children. I mean, I'm not a woman. I'm not a female. But I think that it's not meant for that. Okay. I mean, biologically, I guess if one could argue that if you can get pregnant, then I guess you're supposed to be able to have children. Well, I don't buy that. I think it's a preparation, to have children, not at 10 years old. And this has got to be the dumb. And the governor of Mississippi, well, we don't have abortion, so we're gonna send her to my state, Indiana, which I'm not necessarily proud that Indiana still wants to do the abortion thing. But sometimes, sometimes in the whole spectrum, I think that the life of the mother it is obvious that a 10-year-old is not prepared to have a child. She is a child. Okay, so it is obvious to me, and I'm not a female, but I know plenty of them, that you're not ready at 10. And so I even though I'm totally against abortion, but there are some circumstances where I believe that it is the better of the two evils. Okay, I mean, so anyway, but I don't understand that, and a lot of people are not talking about that, but that's the way it goes. But I don't. Again, I'm a centrist. If it makes sense, let's do it. If it don't make sense, let's not do it. That's where I am on that particular whole issue. Anyway, good morning to everybody. Hope your day finds you well. It's Friday. Hope you have a great day. Now, yesterday they gave out a lot of Medal of Freedom. The Medal of Freedom, just in case you want to know what it is awarded to people who have made significant contributions in the United States or internationally in politics, philanthropy, science, sports, the arts, and other arenas. I don't know why I wasn't in that list. I don't know why they didn't call me to give me my Medal of Freedom. But that's okay. I can live with that. You know, I mean, I'll get my reward either now in this life or in the next. I don't know why I wasn't up there with Sister Simone Campbell, Simeon Biles. Okay, I mean, why I wasn't up there with Julieta Garcia. Okay, the former president of the University of Texas at Brownsville. I don't know why I wasn't up there with Fred Gray. Of course, everybody knows Fred Gray is a civil rights attorney who represented Rosa Parks, the NAACP, and Martin Luther King Jr. Steve Jobs, who revolutionized the global communication and computing with a co-founder of Apple, who died in 2011. So he got his posthumously. Father Alexander Carlotas, or something close to it, was formerly the Vicar General of the Greek Orthodox Archdiocese of America, and he advised multiple U.S. presidents. Okay, John McCain, a naval aviator. McCain held a prisoner of war for years in Vietnam and went on to serve as congressman and senator for decades. He was the Republican Party's presidential nominee in 2008 and died in 2018. Okay. Also, Diane Nash. Nash organized the civil rights campaigns during segregation. Okay. Megan, I think it's Rapinoe, is an Olympic gold medalist and World Cup champion. As a member of the U.S. women's national soccer team, has advocated for gender pay equality and LGBT. I don't know how that's changing the world, but you got one for that. Okay, gender pay. Listen, if you're good enough what you do, they'll pay you. If you're not, you don't get paid. Okay, Alan Simpson. Simpson was a U.S. senator from Wyoming for 18 years. Richard Trumka. I didn't say Trump. Trumka. K-A. He led the AFL-CIO, the nation's largest labor coalition, for more than a decade before he died last year. Wilma Vogt. Brigadier General Wilma Vogt broke barriers for women in the military. She was one of only 7 female generals across the armed forces when she retired in 1985. Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington is an actor, director, and producer who won 2 Academy Awards, a Tony Award, 2 Golden Globe Awards, and 2016 Cecil B. DeMille Lifetime Achievement Award. He also served as national spokesman for the Boys and Girls Club of America for 25 years. So that's just some of the few. I'm looking for my name. They may have forgotten to, put me on there or something like that. So I'll forgive. Maybe I'll catch it next year or something like that. Okay. Also, the carnage continues in our prisons. An inmate in Limestone Correctional Facility has been hospitalized after an assault by another inmate, correctional officials say. Barry Dale Cates, 44, suffered multiple injuries in the July 1st incident. Alabama Department of Corrections spokesman Kelly Betts said Cates was treated at the prison before being transferred by ambulance to Huntsville Hospital, where he remained Wednesday. So now, you want to talk about who the police have an obligation to protect? They have an obligation to protect people in prison. That's who they have an obligation to protect. And I don't know why they cannot do it. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm lost. How long have we had Gitmo down? Gitmo's been down almost 20 years. I haven't heard of one guy down there getting killed that was in prison. Okay, I haven't heard it one time. But anyway, so much for that. I mean, I don't quite get why we can't. Those people deserve protection. I mean, you shouldn't go to prison with being sentenced for selling dope and end up getting the death penalty by somebody that's in the prison. Okay, I really don't understand why we cannot protect those people, and I think the governor needs to answer that question. I do. It's obvious that she's probably going to win another term. I ain't mad at her, but again, that's the problem with prison. Sometimes we forget people there, and we don't care much about them. Okay, we just don't care much about them, and I'm almost sick of this. Every time I turn around, somebody's getting killed. I mean, it's more dangerous in Alabama prison than it is in Afghanistan, okay, or Iraq. Okay, I don't know. And we're going to have to start holding our representatives responsible for this carnage. They hold some responsibility too. And if I hear one more time what I cannot do, okay, I'm going to have to run for office. Right, one more time. Well, I don't have any authority. I don't do that. To convince other people. Leadership is about convincing people to see things your way. Okay? Lead. There needs to be something. Everybody's running for office right now. Come November, everybody wants to be put in office. Okay? But yet and still, they don't really show us like Clay McGinnis the other day. I'm sitting at the city council meeting on Tuesday. Clay McGinnis talking about when Mr. Board was trying to put a business over there, and he had one guy whining, well, one guy and a woman whining. Well, do you have to drive in your neighborhood and see a car lot? The whole bunch of car lots. I see worse things to car lot. And the thing about the guy over there is that the place where he lives, there's a crack house and a house. I don't know if it's a crack house or not, but I do know it's a whole beat up house sitting right next to theirs. And they're worried about Boyd. Okay? Me and Boyd have never agreed politically on many things. But I will say one thing. That guy has always shown a willingness to invest in West Montgomery when a lot of people don't. And so I don't get it. So here comes McKinnis, and here's McKinnis. Clay McKinnis. Clay, sit down. Okay? Clay McKinnis said, well, the plan for 2040, your vision conflicts with the 2040 plan. Okay, so let me get this right. When Martha Roby, Cornelius Calhoun went over there in the 1990s, they said, oh, 2020 is coming. And by the time 2020 gets here, we're going to try to have this done. We're going to try this done and this done. Well, now it never got done. And so now Clay McGinnis is saying, well, 2040, hell with 2040. Because if we keep going the same period that same thing we're going through now, West Montgomery is going to be in the same shape or worse in 2040 than it is now. Your 2020 sucked. It didn't do anything hardly for West Montgomery. And it amazes me how people can whine about a young man who is trying to do something. I mean, does anybody really believe that a car lot is an impediment to progress in this city? Really? But a beaten down crack house isn't? I mean, what is wrong with the people in this city? And it seems like somebody's trying to we haven't built a new commercial building in West Montgomery in years. So I'm just telling you, I'm confused. I'm all confused. Anyway, 860-1440 is number. You want to give us a call up, talk to whatever on your mind this morning. And I'll tell you about that horse thing too, about the horse thing, and what the controversy about that is. If I can articulate it the way with the information that I found out, I'll try to make sure you articulate what actually happened. Also, Montgomery police are investigating the death of a 2-year-old child after the child was found with fatal injuries on Tuesday. Okay, Lauren Haggard Sr., 33, of Montgomery, was charged with capital murder and placed in the Montgomery County Detention Facility, and the circumstances surrounding the death are still under investigation. I tell you. Man, it's 7:28 in the morning. Where does time go when you're having fun? Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
I guess you took me up on my position about the many car lots that in the area where Boyd have to pass through. Yeah. Now, this is what I want to say to those that's so concerned about that area, i.e. the one or two that's opposing the BMN car dealership, because it ain't about Boyd. It's a business.
Right.
It's not Boyd, it's a business. They keep saying Mr. Boyd, Mr. Boyd. If Mr. Boyd leaves town tomorrow, that's an incorporated business. It can carry on. It stands on its own. It's its own entity. So to label it just to Boyd and just to have a personal vendetta against Boyd and to take that position just because of that, because so many times, you know and I know, and you can go back and Google it, YouTube it, whatever you want to do. Look at the meeting. Thank you. The public here has been heard. Good luck with your bid.
Yeah, that's true.
They vehemently fought for those project apartments they're going to put up there. We went down there several times. Karen Jones spit her heart out. They even brought the record where they said they wouldn't put anything like that. And what did our mission in action play do? Pass.
Yeah.
Pass. I vote pass.
So it's
go up there and look on that corner. I want you to go up there. Anybody that want to take me to task, because you're going to have those that come, what are you talking about? I'm talking about what you can see with your eyes if you got any eyes. If you can't take your hands and feel it, go up there and look on the corner where we got the grass sign. On the corner of Fairview and Edie Nixon, where these same people talking about that, they gonna see the car light. They see the car light now when they turn the corner. That's the only way in. Then they say the corner sector. Ain't but one way to get there with two ways.
Right, son. Right.
See the car light, cause the car light right there blocked from your house.
Right. So nobody's turning. Right.
I want you to go up there and look on that corner and take a picture of it.
Yeah.
That darn grass has been cut in a year. It's taller than me and you. Look across the street, 18-wheelers parked there. Look across the other street, that big old lot. Had they cut it yesterday, we said something. They cut it, went out there and cut at it. Cut that spot. Go look at it for yourself.
Yeah, I hear you.
It ain't nothing up there that look like what he's anticipating.
Right, right. I and Clay McGee.
Do you want that?
Yeah.
You darn right I would like something on that.
And again, McGinn is talking about the 2040 vision. I heard that in 1993. The 2020 vision.
Even with this, here's the side that I go to. All of a sudden, on certain issues, you become a damn authority. What about the rest of the city?
Again, listen. I want.
Look up in that Roosevelt Avenue, Mildred Street.
So the people who live there gotta have that fight. I live on the other side of town. You gotta have that fight. The folks over there gotta do it. Right.
Speaking of what you speaking to, Clay McKinnon, not you.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. All right, right on, bro.
I'm in the fight.
Yeah.
I am the fight.
Right. So, talking about 2040. I said 2040. Yeah. All right, I gotta let you go now, bro. We'll be back.
A rainy night in Georgia. It seems like it's raining all over the world. I feel like it's raining all over the world.
News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. If summer is heating up your hiring needs, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Sponsor your first job and get hiring today by visiting Indeed.com/credit.
More heat and humidity, but do we finally see a better chance of showers and storms? The past couple of afternoons have been dry, and I do think we have scattered activity as we head into the peak heating hours of our Friday afternoon. Every single town will feel that heat and humidity with those mid and upper 90s anticipated, and will feel like triple digits thanks to all that muggy air. Slightly better rain chances could be here for the weekend, but not a washout for those outdoor plans. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Your home is worth more now than ever before. So get those special projects started. Call the A-Team at MCS in Wetumpka for a cash-out refinance with equity loan. MCS 567-9000. NMLS 232876. Buckle up, folks. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old bald tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Join Mark Patrick seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed. Only $49.99. Hypnosis designed to destroy unwanted cravings, late night eating binges, boredom eating, stress eating, and stop smoking. This hypnosis is designed to destroy your desire to smoke without cravings, irritability, weight gain, or your money back. The weight loss seminar is Wednesday, July 27th at Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts at 7:30 p.m.
Hello, this is your Congressman Barry Moore. Are you a veteran in need of assistance with the VA? Do you need help accessing service records or disputing a disability ratings claim? I understand the red tape that many veterans face, and my office is here to serve you and would love to help if we can. Please visit my website, barrymore.house.gov, or call my office at 334-478-6330.
This message was paid for by the official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. The price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. The price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Franco with Chappie's Deli.
What are you eating, Jeff?
Chappie's Deli sweet potato fries.
They are so good. People eat them all the time. Jeff, what are you humming?
Just thinking. You know how we get phone calls after I sing in the commercials?
But they aren't good phone calls. Don't do this.
Sweet potato fries. Dun, dun, dun. French fries never tasted so good.
Please, I'm begging.
I'd eat mine. Dun, dun, dun. Every day if I could.
Folks, come get your sweet potato fries with no singing at any Chappie's Deli. Berry Hill, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and Auburn. This is the Sean Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
Do-do-do.
Find a way back
The time on the clock says it's 7:39. Hey, somebody, I gotta make sure I get this right because this is such a great scene. All right then. Let's go back to the phone and see who is there. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Okay.
always be glorified. Yeah, I'm saying, always. Always. Because I'm saying, you use all the time, God, see all, he all know. And that's the truth, my friend. Because you see what's going on around the boy. You know what's going on around the boy. You know that. And the first thing, he told Matthew, Mark, Matthew, I believe it was, people arm me with their lips. People arm me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their hearts are far from me. Talk about me, they don't love me. They don't love me. So you guys so how about that? I see all what's going on, and I'm going to do something about it. And right now, my friend, he is doing something about it. They have it all around the world right now. And we see. But we think about something else instead of that. But the true fact that he is young. He said, without me, you can do nothing. He said, that's my crying every day. Without me, you can do nothing. And that's the truth. We can talk, we can talk, we can blame the president, blame the mayor. But without God, we ain't going nowhere, I'm telling you. We got to realize that God is always in charge. Always. And we should never forget that. But we do forget it. And then everything that goes haywire. We'll go the wrong way. That's what's going on now. But God must always be glorified. Without me, we can do nothing. Have a good day, my friend.
All right, Mr. Ed. All right, what else? There's a business on Mulberry Street, right? That I didn't really believe that this was the name of a business. I thought they were joking. Really, I said, no. I mean, and I want to thank the city council for not closing the young man down. He's hard working over there, but can a brother get a slice of pizza? Now. I'm gonna have to go over there and check this place out. Okay, I'm gonna have to advertise for him too. I'm gonna give him a free plug. Can a brother get a slice of pizza? Now, I know it's on Mulberry Street someplace, but I mean, I've never heard of a business like with a name like that. Can a brother get a slice of pizza? Anybody ever ate over there? I'm gonna check that place out. I mean, can a brother get a slice of pizza? But anyway, city council worked with him, and he's back in. Well, he wasn't out of business, but he had a little issues there. We got to really support our small businesses. I mean, we support the hell out of Walmart. Walmart don't need nobody's money. Okay, if they never had another customer, that family would still survive. Okay, as a matter of fact, they put more. I have made myself a promise. I'm not gonna go in another store that has automated checkouts. Okay. That has a machine to check me out. And I went to the commissary one day, and the commissary has them. I'm not doing it. And if you don't have somebody there to say hi to me and take my money, then I will not do business with a machine. Because if I'm going to do that, then I might as well go online and order groceries, okay, and send the money outside the state. Because if you're not going to let our young folks work and have those jobs by you're replacing them with a machine, I'm not doing business with you. Okay, and Walmart just about done with me because so why do we go there? Why do we go there and support a machine? Not me. I want to know there's a person there, earning a living for his folks and for himself. I mean, we almost taking all the jobs from teenagers now. I mean, a teenager can barely get a job now. And then we're going to blame them if we go out there and steal something, because not that they don't want to work. Hell, it's hard to get it, because I'm going to have to blame some of that on lawyers, okay, for wanting to sue somebody, and idiot parents who if your child gets a little scratch on them, you want to sue the company. I'm with you. There are a lot of dynamics here that have to go into play. But I got to tell you, I'm not doing business with people who want to trade out human beings for machines. I'm telling you, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Not going to go to Walmart. I'm going to give Walmart 90 days to put some human beings back up there, else I'm never shopping at Walmart again. Okay? I mean, how are you going to have a machine take my money? What century is this? You know, and you can't even get mad at the machine. You know, I mean, even if they jip you, you can't do nothing about it. You just got to sit there and take it. Not me, brother. Okay, it's kind of like watering that grass. I'm not going to water grass. Okay, I think people are stupid at water grass. Okay, I do. I think you're stupid. Rain's going to come sooner or later, going to water the grass. Bam. Why are you paying to water grass? Seriously. Why are you going to pay the waterworks people to water your grass when 3/4 of the earth is made of water? Huh? When God wants the grass to get some water, he'll send some rain. That's all I'm telling you. He'll send the rain. I'm just not going to water grass. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of like, that reminds me of these machines. Okay. Am I really, 860-1440, am I the only person that's upset that they're replacing people with machines at our stores? I don't know. I can't do it. Can a brother get a slice of pizza? I got to go over there. Me and Z got to go over there and check this place out. Okay. Can a brother get a slice of pizza? All I know is on Mulberry. Help the brother out. Okay. Help the brother out. So the car lot talked about that. Now, the horse therapy issue. Now, the mayor sent me a note, said that they are restructuring it. Now, evidently, this, okay, now, I cannot articulate the exact facts, so I'm giving you a roundabout scenario that's going on. Okay, I'm giving you a roundabout thing. Okay, there's some things I don't want to, I don't want to say on the air, but evidently, okay, there's an issue of getting things without the process of bidding. Okay, bidding, and it had something to do with this sort of bidding. And evidently, now the last time I checked this, you didn't have to bid things unless if it was $7,000 or less, you didn't have to bid it. Now, my understanding now is it's more than that. I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe one of our city councilmen can call us and tell us. Somebody said it was like $20,000 or something like that. Now, you think $20,000 you'd have to bid, but I know $7,000, something like that. You didn't have to go through the bidding process. And as soon as I can get this call, I'll tell you the rest. Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, sir.
Well, you better get ready for automated everything from cars to bartenders to, that's the way of the future.
Yes, sir.
Really, a lot of these places that can't get people to work. That's what they're going to have to do. And if you go in Walmart, they got 20 checkouts. They got nobody working there.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well order online and get it brought to the house.
Well, I don't do it either. I go to Renpros, and Renpros has got people in there helping you check, a lot of people checking out. But that's the way of the future, because you go to all these businesses now. Home Depot, you got to sign up. They've got 11 different openings, and they don't have to worry about, them not coming to work, not passing drug tests. That machine's gonna be there every day.
But isn't the investment in the machinery far more than maybe paying a little bit more in wages to people to let them work there?
Well, those businesses, I mean, they completed studies and they know what's cost effective, and they know about, whether they're going to pay somebody retirement, whether they're going to pay them benefits, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, but the bottom line is, if you can't get somebody to work, and if they can't pass a drug test, then they can't show up when they're supposed to, then you're not going to be able to stay in business.
Well, that's true too, but I have to believe that the human psyche, the human spirit wants to work, don't they?
Well, I used to think so, and I used to think so that young people want to get out of the house and get on their own, get their own place, but they don't anymore. They want to stay up under their parents as long as they can, and they're 30 years old. And I used to think that was the psyche. But anyway, talking about the pizza place, man, y'all need to go over there.
Yeah.
You got to pull around. You can't see it from the front of Mulberry Street now. You got to pull around the driveway and it's around back, and you got to knock 3 times on the door and give them the password.
Huh?
Yeah, it's in the back, and they're only open certain hours.
Well, I know they open on Tuesday through Saturday, I think. Well, I'm gonna try to get the guy in there because but I saw him in front of the city council yesterday. I just couldn't believe that was the name of a business, but it really is. Have you eaten over there?
Oh yeah, and they got well, you take it with you, but man, it's got the best pizza in the world. And, you need to try it out, I promise.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna walk on the door, knock on the door, and say, can a brother get a pizza? You know? Well, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to get him on one day. All right, hey, appreciate it, man. Okay, let's take a break. We'll be back right after these messages for the epilogue.
I got a call the other day. It was my sister Carolyn saying, Aretha, come
on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Mattress Firm. There is still time to shop Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Stop in today and shop Tempur-Pedic to save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses. Plus, you'll get a $300 instant gift good towards sleep accessories.
More heat and humidity, but do we finally see a better chance of showers and storms? The past couple of afternoons have been dry, and I do think we have scattered activity as we head into the peak heating hours of our Friday afternoon. Every single town will feel that heat and humidity with those mid and upper 90s anticipated, and will feel like triple digits thanks to all that muggy air. Slightly better rain chances could be here for the weekend, but not a washout for those outdoor plans. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Attention River Region listeners, take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros, Montgomery's #1 rated tire store. Chico's Auto Pros.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents are being reported that would send anyone on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow map, traffic moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area, so no major problems or slowdowns. Fall registration for Trenton State's going on right now, and classes start August 19th. Call them today. Your exciting future begins at Trenton State. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price can vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Seminars with weight loss results. Mark Patrick Seminars will be in Montgomery on Wednesday, July 27th.
After this hypnosis, I wanted to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful.
And I would just say go for it.
For only $49.99, lose all the weight you want, 100% guaranteed. Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery. Seminar time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Or price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay, got a full hour next hour, so let me take this call right here. Good morning. Who's this? Thanks for holding. Good morning. That's you. Okay, maybe it ain't. Good morning. Who's this? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I looked up online the pizza place you were talking about on Mulberry Street.
Right.
And do you know he has pizza that he can put lobster and crab on your pizza?
Really? I never tasted lobster or crab.
Well, listen, that sounds me. So I intend to go over there and trade with him and see what it's like.
Yeah, well, I'm going to go over there too. I mean, with a name like that, you got to be good. You know?
I want small businesses
Yeah.
to buy.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful thing. Anyway, fine.
All right, good. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. Absolutely. So small business needs because obviously the big businesses like Walmart, they replace you with a machine. So I'm just saying we might want to think about really helping our small business people too. One more thing, and I got to get into this. I don't know why it has been such a difficult task to think about doing something for the Whitehurst family. We go all around this nation talking about what happened up there and what happened in Wisconsin, what happened, and the Whitehurst family, and everybody knows in America that family was wrong. Their father was killed. There was an egregious incident that happened that took that man's life, and I don't know why the mayor can't seem to do something for that family after all these years. I just don't. I got a hard time. Well, we don't want to open up windows and this. I don't know, but I had that Stephen Reed about that. I mean, we give everybody something, but we haven't given his family one dime, and we know what happened on that one. I don't know. Well, time's up, but we got one more hour left, and maybe we can talk about some of that next. Y'all might want to hang up the phones because it's gonna be about 6-7 minutes before we come back. Unless you really got something important you want to say, then I would hold on. We'll be back. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440.
Nothing here is wrong.
1440.
Good morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the WSFH 12 newsroom. Montgomery native and civil rights attorney Fred Gray received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, one of the highest civilian awards in the United States. Gray was recognized for his work helping civil rights leaders from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks to John Lewis, along with his work in desegregating schools. WNBA star Brittany Griner pleaded guilty to drug charges in Moscow, but says she had no intention of committing a crime. Griner has been detained in Russia since February on charges of bringing cannabis oil into the country. She could face 10 years in prison. And after years of preparations, the World Games are officially underway in Birmingham. This marks the first time the World Games will be back in the United States in more than 40 years. More than 3,900 athletes from around the world will be competing. Tickets are still available for most events. We're told more than 350,000 tickets have been sold for World Doom Event. And that's the news for this Friday morning. I'm Bethany Davis in the newsroom.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Linda Kenyon in Washington. The June jobs report is out, and it shows adding a surprising 372,000 jobs in June. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Job creation is starting to taper off. The labor market is clearly in transition from the COVID era. We still have about 500,000 fewer jobs than we did before this crisis.
The unemployment rate remained at 3.6% for a fourth straight month. President Biden will sign executive orders today to protect abortion following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. CBS's Christina Ruffini has more.
Since the court's ruling, at least 10 states have enacted a near total ban on abortion. Within months, the procedure could be illegal or severely restricted in almost half the states.
The president will sign an order that seeks to protect patient privacy, including by addressing the transfer and sales of sensitive health-related data. Former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has been assassinated. Abe was shot from behind while delivering a campaign speech. The killing has shocked Japan, a nation where guns are extremely rare. The suspect apparently fashioned his own weapon. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer is in Tokyo.
Japan's current Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, visibly shaken, told the nation, "We cannot accept that this violent act took place during an election, the foundation of democracy. In the strongest terms, I condemn it."
Abe was 67. Russian President Putin says he's only just begun in Ukraine.
Fighting talk from President Putin, who says we haven't really started anything in Ukraine. He warned Kyiv it should quickly accept Moscow's terms. Speaking with leaders of the Russian parliament, he said Moscow has not rejected peace talks, but the longer the fighting goes on, the harder it will be for Ukraine to negotiate. Elaine Kolb, CBS News.
Getting to the bottom of the high price of meat.
Sysco, the nation's biggest food distributor, has a beef with the meat industry. Sysco has joined other businesses in legal action, accusing the four largest meat processors of price fixing. A new lawsuit accuses Tyson Foods, JBS, Cargill, and National Beef of conspiring to hold down the number of cattle being slaughtered since at least 2015 to drive up the price of beef.
That's CBS's Jim Kursula. Some sports history is made. The Las Vegas Raiders have named Sandra Douglas Morgan as the team's new president, making her the first Black woman in NFL history to hold that position. She is a former Nevada Gaming Control chairman. This is CBS News.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Visit libertymutual.com to learn more.
Stress. It never seems to end when you owe money to the IRS. What about the years of unfiled tax returns? Have you tried another tax service and gotten nowhere? Then you need Tax Alliance. Why? Years of being A+ rated with a Better Business Bureau with no consumer complaints sets them apart. Call 800-987-1097. That's 800-987-1097. Don't wait until the IRS attacks your wages, bank account, your home or pension, and even your Social Security check. Tax Alliance specializes in IRS tax relief programs, including the Fresh Start Initiative, which can finally free yourself from IRS debt. Their tax professionals can file returns, fight the IRS to substantially lower your IRS debt, or possibly even have it forgiven. If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes, have unfiled tax returns, or have a payment plan and are still frustrated, call 800-987-1097. That's 800-987-1097.
Tax Alliance, your tax resolution solution.
Beyonce makes music history. CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has the details.
Beyonce's new single has made her the third artist ever to have 20 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 as a solo artist and 10 as a member of a group. Hers, Destiny's Child. The other two musicians to make the cut, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson. McCartney has 23 solo top 10s and 34 with the Beatles. Jackson has 30 solos and 11 as a member of the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
3 songs from the Michael Jackson album released a year after his death have been removed from Spotify and Apple Music amid claims that the vocals aren't actually his. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
Your local radio stations are here for you. No subscriptions or monthly fees necessary. We're here to give you the news, weather, and traffic you need, and the music you love. But if the foreign-owned record labels get their way, it could stop the music. They want Congress to force radio stations to pay them more money, simply to play their music. Don't let radio go silent. Text LOCAL to 52886 and tell Congress to protect local radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Your Montgomery Biscuits are ready to take on the 2022 season with the best fans in minor league baseball. Join us for a summer full of themed weekends, celebrations, and the best biscuits in town. For ticket information, go to biscuitbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334.
Keep on doing those stuff. I don't know if I showed you this. This was on the ATM machine at this Circle K or whatever, right across from Madison.
It's Dan Bongino every weekday from 2 till 5 p.m. right here on News Radio 1440.
It's out of order.
Depend on it.
Outer order, not out of order. It's not out of order. It's outer order. What's wrong with it? It's out of order. We'll put a note on this that says so.
We all just put, wait. Y'all just put OTA out of order. Out of.
It's out. It's out.
Yeah,
of order.
yeah.
Out of
With
order.
electronics, that really
Yeah.
works for our customers.
So I've looked all over.
Okay. All right. Here we are. Good morning, everybody. I can figure out. There are a lot of things I cannot figure out. There are a lot of things I can't figure out. But anyway, I'm still wondering about the Whitehurst case. You know, everybody knows that man was shot in the back in 1975. Everybody knows that the family was done wrong. I mean, we paying everybody everything, but we can never find. And I'm just trying to figure out what is the hidden issue here. Honestly, what is the hidden issue in this particular case that we can't seem to at least give that family, and money will never, ever equate to having your father here. I thought that once Stephen got in office, I said, well, at least he would have some, he'd be a little bit more sympathetic toward that issue. And they can do it if they wanted to. They can. The city of Montgomery owes that family. They can. And it's never going to go away until it is never, ever going to go away. But it is the Watergate of Montgomery, Alabama. It is a case that everybody knows, but nobody has ever paid for. Nobody. And I'll never understand that. I'll just never, I don't know. But 860-1440 is the number here. You want to give us a call up, talk to you this morning. Before we get back to that, let me tell you about the sponsor of this hour of our show, JL Lane Truck and Auto. JL Lane Truck and Auto. And you want to go to the website? Well, jllanetruckandauto.com. Now, let's look at some of the cars they got there today, okay? Again, 2414 Jeep Patriot Latitude, a 2005 Lexus RX 330 is ready for you. Got your name all on it. Great looking car. 2004 Ford F-150 Lariat, a Ford F-150 King Ranch, and a 2006 Ford F-150 XL. 2003 Lincoln. I love this Lincoln Town Car. I don't remember that. Lincoln Town Cars are still nice to have. Lincoln Town Car. We got 2002 Toyota 4Runner SR5 Sierra Romeo 5. They got a 2009 GMC Canyon SLE. They got a 2011 Hyundai Accent GS and a bunch of other cars. 2007 Nissan Xterra SE. Just a plethora of great cars, and a 1998 Lincoln Continental. I'm telling you, it looks good, too. It looks good. You might want to go over there and take a look at the car itself. But anyway, buy here, pay here. That's what you do. You go look on the lot. They're not going to worry about your credit that much, because you can pay them. And this 1998 Lincoln Continental, it is a rare fine car. It is a car that is hard to find. Okay, it's eco-friendly also. It's a great car, great automobile. Anyway. So online inventory, go to JLLaneTruckandAuto.com, look at the inventory, and then when you see something you like, give them a call. 272-4313. Now, you can buy there, you can pay there. Okay. Cars have been cleaned and cleared of all known issues and passed a rigorous inspection process. So if you're ready to ride, you want to give up those heels and get yourself some wheels, go to 208 Gun Road, 208 Gun Road, that's Gunn Road, or call 272-4313, 272-4313. If they don't have it, okay, they'll get it. So give them a call. Ask for Steve. Okay, give them a call. 272-4313. Again, go online though. You can go to JLLaneTruckandAuto.com and look at the inventory this morning, and you will be absolutely pleasantly pleased and surprised. All right, let's go back to the phone right quick. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Well, that's an interesting. If what you say is true, that power lies with the city council, then I'll have to look into that. And that's true. Yeah. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. They making enough money to help somebody. They're making enough money. They ain't doing no favors. But they're also limiting the jobs that people can have access to by replacing them with machines. Okay. Okay. Well, listen. It is my problem. I want somebody to say good morning, good afternoon, how you doing, how was your day, whatever the case may be. A machine just sat there and sucked my money up from me. I'm sorry. What? Again, when I go to I ain't spending no money with Ed, but when I'm spending money, it might be hurting me. Yeah. Yeah. Now I understand. Well, I know it has something to do with feed for the horses. And somebody was right. It had something to do with that too. And whether or not that was a truism or not, I'm not. That's why I said I can't. Right. But yeah. Well, the house is about ready to fall down. I went over there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, but I actually went over and looked at the house. It's a house that looks like it's falling. The house looks like it's falling down. So I don't want to go in there. Yeah. So again, they worried about a board in a brand new structure, but they're not worried about the house that's sitting there getting ready to fall down. That's an eyesore. I don't get that. Yeah. Well, that's and crabs in a bucket. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
I work part-time at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Walmart has actually increased the number of people that they have working. You know, like your customers, one of your callers said they had 29 registers open now.
Mm-hmm.
When you used to go to Walmart just a few years ago before the pandemic, most days you go to Walmart, they may only 6 registers open, sometimes only 2.
Well,
got 29 registers.
But if it's a machine, I mean, you know.
But Captain, they still have to have on the side, where they have those registers, they have to have 3 attendants on that side, on one side, and 2 on the other side. That's still the same amount of people on the registers that they had before. Really, there's more, because you're going to have 3 people and 2 people at all times. And sometimes when you close down one side, you're going to have 3 people. But you're going to have more registers so people can get in and out. When there was 4 registers open, and you went in there to get some toilet paper, and you got behind somebody that had 2 buckets full of groceries, you're going to be waiting forever.
That's true.
If you look at the big picture, and you go inside and you just sit down and pay attention to Walmart, they have more people in there now working. They've got more people stocking the shelves during the daytime hours. Then they have the overnight stocking crew. Then they have what they call the digital crew. There's probably like 30 people in there in that digital crew that's pulling groceries off the shelf for people to come and pick up, or for their pickup service to come and get. So Walmart's actually hiring more people now. They probably have more employees on the floor at any given time now.
Well, it certainly, I mean, logic would dictate that again, if you got machines where people used to be, unless you tell me they are reallocating those people to other duties, then I guess you could be right. But again, how many people does it take to stock?
To do what?
To stock.
Man, do you see how those shelves get empty? How people come in there in droves and just whoop, 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 whoop. I mean, used to be a grocery store. I went to a grocery store in high school. The bag was stocked, got up the buggy, and cleaned up the store. Now they've got, these stores got people to do all of that individually. But those trucks come in, the amount of trucks that come in at Walmart every day, you might get 3 or 4 trucks. That stuff's got to get out the back room and to the floor. They don't keep anything in that back room. They put all that stuff on the shelf. And people are going in there buying. Walmart is, I mean, if you sit there and somebody did the numbers and see how many people actually go in and out of Walmart all day long.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, so Walmart's actually hiring more people.
But it's still something, right? But there's still something less personal about going to a machine, having it suck your money out your hand. I just find that insulting. Yeah, that's just me, though. Yeah.
But used to be we had these little mom and pop grocery stores, and they were lucky to get 100 people to come in there a day.
Yeah.
Walmart probably gets 10,000 people to
Yeah. Well, no doubt about it. Hey, appreciate your call. I gotta take my first break. We'll be back. I like that personal touch thing. You know, I like that thing where you go in and you have a smiling face. Oh, sometimes they don't smile, but for the most time though they do. I'll take one more for a minute break. 1 minute. Okay. Uh-oh. Well, he left me. Okay. Good morning.
Hey, Kevin, good morning. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Do you feel the same way about an ATM that you go and you stick your card in and it gives you money out?
No, he's giving me money. When you take, now I don't feel, when you taking my money, that's something else. I look at the ATM machine as a storage place for my cash.
Right, but it used to be a time you used to have to go to the banker and get your money and they was for the point that I'm trying to make.
But the bank closes though. See, when I'm getting my money, that's a whole different ball game.
But would you rather, with the checks that come in the mail, that used to come in the mail, aren't you happy that they come through the ATM now?
Well, listen, I love technology. Yeah, I love technology, but the grocery store thing though is a little different.
I'm gonna tell you where you can go get all your personal treatment that you want.
Yeah.
Walmart on the Boulevard, because them jokers are not opening up those automatic, like you said, self-made cashing out registers for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if there's a big thief or a theft problem or a shrinkage problem over there, but they're not opening those up.
Good.
You don't have to. I mean, although the self-checkout registers are there, they're still not opening them up. So you can go to that Walmart where you have maybe 2 or 3 cashiers and wait in line to have that personal relationship you want.
I don't know if I want a personal relationship, but I do want to feel like I'm important, enough to sit there and take my money instead of that stupid machine. Anyway, gotta take a break. We'll be back. And again, I'm still trying to ferret out the issue with the horse therapy thing and all that stuff and the bidding process. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what's going on over there, because somebody's been accused of taking money. Somebody went before the board, the personnel board, and they won their case. It's a lot of mess going on over there. Okay, and of course, now I am on the which to show you how insignificant we are. I am on the Parks and Recreation Board, and that issue would come underneath that board, I would think. But Mr. Carter's not called a meeting in months, so I don't know. Yeah, so they don't tell us much of anything. I feel, you know what I feel like? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like dog manure. Keep me in the dark like a mushroom. Keep me in the dark and crap on me. That's how much. You guys know that's how mushrooms are grown, through manure. Yeah, that's why I don't eat mushrooms. We'll be back. At least that's what I heard.
Seems to believe it. Oh no.
Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. No major problems or accidents are being reported right now that would send anyone on an alternate route. Look for a minor accident, Highway 14 westbound on the ramp to 65 in Millbrook. Outside of that, we are clear. At ReinhardtToyota.com, you can see and purchase vehicles that are on order and having a ride jet. Get the Toyota you want at ReinhardtToyota.com. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town? Now, I'm not saying all your time.
Now, here's the morning Sean Hannity update.
This is the state of our country today. But you know what they're not talking about? Let's see, the Biden inflation crisis has 83% of Americans cutting back on personal spending. Why? They can't afford it. Consumer confidence has now hit its lowest point in a decade. They're not talking about that, or record high inflation, or record high gas prices. 76% of Democrats say this country is now on the wrong track. They don't want to focus on that. Joe Biden's electric vehicle push, it's a roadblock as The average price for an EV is 54 grand. Flight cancellations and flight increase in prices are through the roof. And guess what? Your 4th of July will be the most expensive in history. And last point is the Fed will now print more money to avert a government default. Great news for the economy. Great job, Joey.
Join Sean later today, right here on the Sean Hannity Show.
Are you kidding me? Gas prices are up again? Somebody has to do something.
Well, someone did. That's why I use Upside.
Upside? What's that?
It's a free app that pays you back real money for every gallon of gas or diesel you buy. I just earned 25 cents back on every gallon of this tank.
Hold on. So the Upside app is free and you actually get cash back every time you use it? No strings attached?
Yep, it's awesome. Check it out. It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up.
Instead of just watching your dollars go into your tank, start putting money back into your wallet with the free app from Upside. With the price of gas today, it's big news and big money. To cash out of your Upside cash, just transfer it to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card. Upside users have already earned over $200 million. Now it's your turn. Download the free Upside app and get cash back on every gallon of gas. Use promo code HOUSE for an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill up. That's code HOUSE. Use code HOUSE for an extra 25 cents per gallon back in your first fill up. Cashback's not available in gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The summer heat has set in, and it doesn't look like Alabama's cooling down anytime soon. To avoid heat illness, it's important to take preventative measures. Drink more fluids. Stay indoors. When temperatures are extreme, reduce or eliminate strenuous activities during the hottest times of the day. Protect yourself from the sun with a hat and sunscreen, and never leave pets or people in parked vehicles. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remained strong.
Because without strength, you lose hope. Together, we will rise above heart failure.
To help prevent, improve, or manage heart failure, go to riseabovehf.org.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And I was out there trying to, I tell you, it's a Friday. I need a new caller today, somebody to motivate me this morning. I know it's Friday. I was looking up something. I didn't realize that mushrooms were actually grown in manure. Now I've eaten a lot of things, I've eaten some things that I really don't know till this day what they were. Okay, but anyway, let's get back. Well, okay, how to get a mushroom dinner? I was talking about the horse therapy thing. So evidently somebody's was accused of misappropriating money for a particular item. Okay, and I know some of this. Something about horse feed. Now, it does seem that there's a lot of there's a lot of stuff going on in that thing over there with the horse thing. So hopefully, now the mayor personally sent me a note, said they are restructuring it, and I don't know what that means, why that is. Being a member of the Parks and Recreation Board, we should know these things, but we don't, because they keep us in the dark like mushrooms. Okay, so but if I find out, I'll let you know. Okay, that's why they don't tell me things, because I'm on the radio. They don't want me to say, but hey, it's all public business, right? It is. Good morning. Who's this? Hello. Hey. Okay then. Let me see what else is going on. Oh, here is something that is good happened politically. It is good that the Libertarian Party gains full ballot access in Alabama. Now, that means that we no longer have to be stuck with two decisions, whether it is just Democrat or Republican. Voters across the state will see 3 names on certain races in November. For the first time in over 20 years, the Libertarian Party has earned enough signatures to compete ballot access. Okay, the party has candidates running in the different offices, from county sheriff position to the state house to the governor's office. Okay, Gavin Goodman is the chair of the Alabama Libertarian Party and congressional candidate for the state 7th congressional district. Okay, now a lot of folks haven't taken the Libertarian Party serious over the years, but I'm glad they're on there. So at least it gives the people, if you don't want to vote for a Democrat or a Republican, at least you have another choice. Try to get this guy on. The Libertarian Party, they worry me in some aspects politically and some of their philosophy. But it is good to have more than two options when you go to vote. So this year, you'll have an option 1, 2, or 3. Okay. All right then. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Kevin.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Is that something? You know, I don't get the paper anymore. But 20 years ago, I went up to the State House and I made a movie, a Michael Moore type movie on ballot access, and the fact that the first piece of legislation they voted on coming out, opening of the Alabama legislature, was to deny everybody but the Democrats and the Republicans access to the ballot. But do you know, this might put me in deep water with powerful people, but they are talking about making it where you have to register, and they will force you to vote the way that you register. So if you are a Republican and they run Satan, you're obligated to vote for him.
That ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work in America. That's not gonna work in America.
Alabama's getting ready to do it. For 20 years, they've been, and we pay for those taxes.
We do. Well, we do.
The taxpayers pay for it. But we don't have any choices and haven't had any for 20 years.
Well, we got one this year.
Why are you doing this? But you know, I ran for the Senate that year.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same year also that the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that vouchers were legal.
It seems to me.
On June 28, 2002,
right.
The U.S. Supreme Court, the same Supreme Court just did away with Roe versus Wade, said that your child is entitled long as that school meets the accreditation criteria.
You-
Then, okay, the Republicans and the conservatives or whoever said, well, we don't want the government involved in our schools. Well, this year, believe it or not, they even made it a stronger ruling by saying that even religious schools are entitled to that. But you will never get anywhere if you're not able to put people on the ballot that might represent the ethics that I just explained. And you're not going to get that when you have political bosses, political operatives that just can't pick who they're going to put in there.
Right.
I mean, where are we?
Well, my thing is that let's see, conservatives always talk about how much they believe in America, and the Democrats, what the hell they believe in sometimes. But let's see if they're serious. Let's stop making the Libertarian Party have to go through all this minutia to get on the ballot. Let's pass a law that the Libertarian Party from henceforth is on the ballot without having to come up with 800,000 signatures.
Why should we stop it at the Libertarians? Why can't the Democrats have their party, so the
Right,
Republicans
right.
have the Libertarians? What if I have one where we worship Bacchus, the god of alcohol or something? Why can't we just have
Well,
and bring our candidates and put them on the ballot?
But I do think if you only got two people backing you, I do believe that that's a waste of time. I think there ought to be a standard though.
It's not that unsophisticated. We have never been given an opportunity
Right.
to really enjoy what supposedly is the American way of life.
But let's just see. Right.
Whatever you want to call it, mentality here.
Right. But let's just see if these politicians. I appreciate your comment as you. But let's just see if the Republicans or the Democrats are they real Americans. Seriously, are they real Americans? Or are they just faking the funk? Okay, let's just see that. If I went down Zelda Road and all I saw was McDonald's and Burger King, and that's all I saw was two hamburger joints. Okay, nothing else. I would say that my choices are very, very limited. America is about choice. Okay. Now I don't know if you're the two people party, if you should waste time on being placed on the ballot. Okay, I don't. You got two people belong to it, but I do believe you should be an organized party. Have your paper in order. Have a membership roll of a certain amount of members, and then you can get on the ballot. I don't want two people parties. Okay, the German Shepherd Party. Well, everybody, people with German Shepherds now belong to this party. Okay, there's got to be some practicality in any implementation, but we certainly need more than two. And the Libertarian Party is pretty much a centrist party. They're right in the middle of Republicans and Democrats. I think they believe some of the things the Republicans have, but not all. They believe some of the things the Democrats say, but not all. I think they're more of a centrist party. So for the time being, let's see if let's just see if they can benefit from this position right now and get people to support them. Come out, not say and not be crazy. Okay, not be crazy about their position. I don't really know a lot of their positions anymore. Okay, but I would like to talk to them, so I'm going to talk to them and see what they believe. Okay, but I'm just thinking it's time. I'm sick and tired. Two private parties rule who we vote for, and when they decide that they're not getting their share of the prize, they redistrict us to put us more in their district or get us out of their district, because we got two parties. That's the only thing in America that we got two of. The political process, we got two parties. But everybody else, listen, you went to the store and only seen 2 loaves of bread with 2 cups? No, of course not. You got all kinds of things. How about toilet paper? The bottom of the barrel. We got a whole bunch of toilet paper rolls in there made by different people. But the most important thing this country has to offer is people with the ability to choose their leader. But you're telling me I got two organizations that I have to follow, and that's it. I'm sorry. That's not why I serve this nation. That's not why we jumped out of airplanes all over the world, limited, trying to fix other people's problems, and we got our own. No, I'm sorry. That is not the concept of the founding fathers. We had the Whig Party, we had the Fig Party, we had all kind of parties. But again, I think there ought to be a standard set. You need a certain amount of people in your organization in order to be on the ballot. And I don't know what that number is. I don't know, but it's the only place in America when you only get two choices. Now this year, for the first time in 20 years, we got three choices. Okay, but I just think if the Republicans and Democrats really wanted to earn my respect, then they would announce a piece of legislation that would automatically, because the Libertarian Party has been around for a long time, I think they should automatically be on the ballot. Stop putting up the impediments, okay, to stop them. Give me a choice, okay, not just Democrat or Republican. Because I don't really know. I'm like George Wallace. There's some days that don't seem worth a dime worth of difference between either one of them. 860-1440 is the number. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Say what now? That's right. That's right. Because it's a dangerous job. It's a dangerous job. Jumping out of airplanes is a dangerous job. Yeah. First of all, you need an organization behind you. Independents don't get anywhere because you got to have money and you got to have the ability to market your. But here's the problem: you won't get the notoriety that unless you Denzel Washington or somebody like that. You will not get the media coverage. You will not get the notoriety because you're just an independent. They're not going to give it to you. Well, again, I think the standard should be if you got at least 10,000 people in your party, you should be considered a legitimate party. Well, if they had an independent party, then that would be. No, study it. I've been living in America for the last 65 years. I don't need to study it. Well, again, it's the only place we only got two choices, Republican or Democrat. Right. Here's the problem. The Democrats and Republicans, because the Democrats and Republicans, okay, they decide who gets on the ballot. It can be as many, again, as long as you got 10,000 people paying members of your party, I think you ought to be on the ballot. 10,000? You got to be. If you can't get 10,000 people, then. Yeah, they do. They got people who pay. They pay these dues. Well, then you're really not a Republican. You just vote Republican. Okay, well, you just vote for them, but you don't have any say so. You don't have any say so in the policies, the platform, or anything in the Republican Party. You just vote. I agree with you, but if you're part of the organization of the Republicans or the Democrats, you have some say about the platform. Yeah. Hey, listen, that's a note I got. Now, I don't know exactly what that means, but well, I didn't say I fell for anything. That's the message I got back. Now we're gonna see. Again, I think it's a great program. We are going to find out. Gotta take my last break an hour. We'll be back.
Started of you thinking that I had been untrue. But if you think that we'd be better parted, it's gonna hurt.
Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
More heat and humidity, but do we finally see a better chance of showers and storms? The past couple of afternoons have been dry, and I do think we have scattered activity as we head into the peak heating hours of our Friday afternoon. Every single town will feel that heat and humidity with those mid and upper 90s anticipated, and will feel like triple digits thanks to all that muggy air. Slightly better rain chances could be here for the weekend, but not a washout for those outdoor plans. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking pretty good. Nothing's been reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Enjoy your favorite movies at the AMC Festival Plaza Theater, then eat at the Bubbly Hen, Montgomery's newest restaurant. It's all at Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, a JLL managed development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Call the tire experts at Chico's Auto Pros, where you'll get the price match guarantee and free extras like roadside assistance, local towing, and free balance and rotation. Chico's Auto Pros.
Join Mark Patrick Seminars and lose the weight or stop smoking guaranteed for only $49.99. That's right, weight loss seminar Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden East in Montgomery. Time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Stop smoking seminar starts at 8 p.m. Registration starts 7:30 p.m.
Geico presents Daily Affirmations. Repeat after me. Our thoughts are like the ocean. Our thoughts are like the ocean. Our thoughts create our reality. Our thoughts create our reality. We're thinking Geico offers claim service 24/7 with personalized attention from an assigned team.
Geico offers claim service? I wasn't thinking that.
We think it and it becomes our reality.
So, what about washboard abs?
Just give it a go. Think really hard.
Okay, abs.
Yeah, keep thinking.
To manifest more Geico in your life, go to geico.com.
If you're struggling with weight and frustrated with dieting each and every year, Mark Patrick Seminars can help. Join the over 500,000 people who have attended Mark Patrick Seminars with weight loss results. Mark Patrick Seminars will be in Montgomery on Wednesday, July 27th.
After the hypnosis, I wanted to eat good food.
Since August, I can honestly say I have not had one potato chip.
It was life-changing for me.
And I don't think about desserts like I used to.
Bridget, how much have you lost now?
I have lost a total of 83 pounds.
Holy cow.
It's easy, it's fun, very relaxing, and very successful. And I would just say go for it.
For only $49.99, lose all the weight you want, 100% guaranteed. Wednesday, July 27th at the Hilton Garden Inn East in Montgomery. Seminar time is 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Registration begins at 5 p.m. Attend this program and find out how the power of hypnosis can help you achieve your weight loss goals. There's limited seating, so get there early. Learn more at markpatrickseminars.com.
Almost 3 million people use Navage to breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage, the world's only nose cleaner that helps flush out airborne germs with powered suction. But what do doctors have to say about Navage? Here's Dr. Tonya Farmer, a board-certified ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Most airborne allergens and viruses enter through your nose. When that happens, it can cause congestion and irritation, and that just makes you feel miserable. You can get a cold, you can get flu, sinus infections, or even worse. Flushing your nose with a saline solution is the most effective way to flush all of those dangerous threats out of your nose. So now when patients come in my office, I tell them I highly recommend that you use Navage on a daily basis for overall good health and wellness.
And Navage is all natural and drug-free at Navage.com, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath & Target. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Russell Wilson here with Play 60, United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
You know, one of the stories that hasn't really caught my attention, that basketball player over in the Russian. You know, we gonna learn that just because you from America, everybody don't think the way we think. So we gonna learn to respect them people's laws over there and walk around very gingerly, okay? Because I know when I was overseas, brother, I didn't talk to nobody. Okay, I went with a group of people. Didn't hang around the civilians because I didn't feel like staying over there for a long time. 860-1440. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
I'm not going with anybody, but I want to say this. People talking about you have to have so many people behind you to create a party. Talking about one person shouldn't be allowed to be on the ballot. Why, when people want money, they take money from one person?
Because wait a minute.
Why does one person have to pay taxes, but one person can't get on the ballot? I think we're putting too many requirements on people to pay their money when they're one person. But now we want to throw so many blocks in their
So we are going to let me respond. Let me respond. Okay, well you can hang up there. That's fine. One person watch the state of Alabama, okay, spend the money to put one person's name on the ballot, okay, and a one person party. Okay, seriously, why should we? The ink's gonna cost more to put you on the ballot than what you probably raised. Okay, again, I think there needs to be an organization behind you. First of all, if you can't get people to you know why I haven't ran for office? I haven't ran for office because I don't believe I could get enough people behind me. And see, until you run, everybody say, we love you. We love you. And then when you run, people say, we forgot you. We forgot you. So why should I waste my time? If you can't get a bunch of people behind you, then I would say that your leadership record sucks. And you can't convince, if you can't convince 500 people to support you, then you don't have any support. So why should the state of Alabama put you on a ballot? The Libertarian Party's been fighting forever to get where, and they had to come up with 80,000 signatures, which I think is kind of weird. I think 10,000 is a good number. Shouldn't need 80,000. But again, a one-person party is not a party. And the reason why every individual that gives $1, if 10 individuals gives $1, then that's $10. Individuals make a group, but a group don't make an individual. All right, I'm just saying. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Amen. This is he. No, I think he was joking about that. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I think he was just joking about that, but I'm gonna get. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I think we can all take a joke. Yeah. Now I hear you, but you also heard somebody say they going over there. So again, we got to be able to take. We can't take. Oh, you do? So where is it at exactly? Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna check them out today and okay. All right. Appreciate that. I hear your passion. I hear your passion. He was just joking though, I think. Good morning. Good morning. Not much.
Put somebody's life in danger and in jeopardy, their livelihood, and you call it a joke?
Come on, do we really got to get serious about this? Seriously, if y'all can't take a joke, then why call? Seriously, okay. I'm not. I don't. First of all, he got some free publicity today. Okay, well, I'm not that. Listen, I'm not that serious about it. I'm just not. I don't think he is either. I just don't. I don't want to have that conversation.
People look at me, call me crazy, stuff like that, because my life was ripped away from me because of an illegal break in my law enforcement years ago. Nobody helped me, made me feel unsafe. That was my livelihood. And I just listened to what the lady said. I'm just saying, and then another lady called and, she just wanted to walk over me, interrupt them, and she said, well, let me hang up. You rather hang up than another guy what they want to say. And then 10,000 people in a fight. This is over 300 million people in this country. So why is it 10,000? But then you got to follow with 80,000.
Because 80,000. Because there's got to be a standard. There's got to be a standard.
You think they put an automated machine in a store
right
for convenience?
Yeah.
For convenience.
Yeah.
Most people would have what? But you make it seem like
it ain't faster going through that machine. It's not faster going through that machine than it is a person there. It's not faster.
I tell you what, if you go to the machine,
yeah,
and you scan the whole item, you pay for it, you're out the door.
And you stand in line, and you still stand in line at that machine. Well, when I go to Walmart, every time I stand in line. Yeah, I do, because that's all that's available. Now you're calling me a lie, like I got a reason to lie. Give me a break. Okay. Anyway, see you later. I gotta take one more call, then I'm going. Good morning. Who's this? See, there you go. Call. See, that's why I'm gonna banish you. Okay. Seriously, I'm gonna banish you. I'm sick of you now. Anyway, so much for that. You ain't supposed to call back 2 or 3 times. I'm gonna banish it. Then everybody gonna say, "Well, you did them wrong." Not really. I'm about tired of that. Because after I come back from vacation, we're gonna go some new rules around here. Okay, new rules. Anyway, well, that's it. My time's up. See you Monday. Good Lord says the same.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Betsy Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. Montgomery native and civil rights attorney Fred Gray received the Presidential Medal of Freedom, one of the highest civilian awards in the United States. Gray was recognized for his work helping civil rights leaders from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks to John Lewis, along with his work at desegregating schools. WNBA star Brittany Griner pleaded guilty to drug charges in Moscow, but says she had no intention of committing a crime. Griner has been detained in Russia since February on charges of bringing cannabis oil into the country. She could face 10 years in prison. And after years of preparations, the World Games are officially underway in Birmingham. This marks the first time the World World Games comes back in more than 10 years. Athletes from around the world will be competing. Tickets are still available for most events. We're told more than 450,000 tickets have been sold for World Games events. And that's the news for this Friday morning. I'm Bethany Davis.